James，没用。刚刚一帮服务。
No, I'm here to do picture stuff. What? Humphrey's not playing today. Not playing? He knew I'd be out here.
Did he play from reserves?
Don't know. I just saw, because I reckon he must have got up good. Because they East Point. And Luke is in and all that.
Did Daniel Cooper transfer from Leaders?
Looks like he's playing today. Yeah.
Is he? Did he not play like round one for you?
What? Oh, that's a shame.
There we go.
Yeah, I knew it.
Good afternoon and welcome to AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 3 clash from Kazali's Arena. Today we'll see Southern Districts take on the Darwin Buffaloes. Two undefeated teams here, both looking to continue their run. My name is Will Zwar. I'm joined by my commentary partner today, Janet Baird. Janet, how excited are you for this battle?
Yeah, it should be a really good one. The battle of the two teams past the Berrima line. Really excited to see both teams come out here and play a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a really good afternoon for both sides. I think for Southern Districts, this is as close as they've got to home so far this year. And for Darwin Buffaloes, they're celebrating 150 games for Bradley Stokes, one of their favourite sons. So they'll be very excited to try and make it 3 from 3. It's going to be a pretty tough ask. They're coming up against the reigning premiers who haven't missed a beat so far this season. Who do you think is going to be key to today's clash?
Both teams coming out with obviously a winning streak at the moment, but I do think with the premiership side's experience out there, they look like they might have it today, but I'm really excited to see what the contest will look like today.
Yeah, I think you look at the Crocs lineup and it's absolutely stacked with AFL talent. You've got Ash Johnson in particular is who I'm excited to see. Haven't seen him play up here yet, but he goes alongside Lloyd Johnson, Stevie Motlop, Jed Anderson. The names just keep going on. So, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see. And we do have the heat policy in action for this afternoon's game. So it means that it will be 18-minute quarters with time on, and the extra 2 minutes will be added to the quarter-time breaks. Janet, I saw you play a brilliant game yesterday in the heat. How do you find the heat out there?
It wasn't too bad. I had one of my friends come up from Melbourne complaining about the heat the entire game, but yeah, it was good to have the 15-minute quarters in a game like that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure we'll see the interchange benches being used very much so this afternoon. Quick look at the weather at the moment. It's 35 degrees, so very hot day out here in Palmerston. Looks like we're going to get underway now. Big White Ryan in the ruck against Atkinson. I think Atkinson got hands to it first. Bit of a better jump. Now running through is Schwartz. Crocs kicking to the right of your screen. They're just working it back through traffic at the moment. Very tight on the boundary line. Nathaniel Cooper it is, got a handball away and it's just tapped over the boundary line. We were just saying before the bounce, Janet, that he started the season in different colours, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's he played round 1 for TIO Bombers and made the switch over to Buff, so he'll be an interesting addition to the Buffs lineup today.
Yeah, you can pencil that clash in your diary. Buffs versus Bombers for Nathaniel Cooper redemption match. As Crocs work it down, they get the first real clearance of the game now. Looking for Farah. Ash Johnson at ground level puts a little bump on. Wills gets a handball out to Spry, back through traffic. He goes for a switch and he's got someone out all by himself. Michael Cooper it is. He can take his time, now takes the ball, gets a handball over the top. I think that's Clark out there, had to spin into a tackle. Great effort there from Tom Clark, the two Clarks going at it together there.
Yeah, nice start from Tommy Clark. His partner Dommy just dominated in the women's space just earlier today.
Ryan, he now pushes forward and finds
Lloyd
Big
Johnston.
Maid, now to Johnston. Inside 50 he goes. Getting a little bit of touch to it there was Bradley Stokes, the milestone man, and his first touch today. Looks like he's got a pretty tough afternoon ahead. He's on Stevie Motlop at the moment.
Yeah, tough, but make it interesting. He's obviously got something to play for today, so it'll be a good matchup. Keep an eye on that one.
You wonder what they do in those milestone matches. Do they give him free rein or do they give him a bit of a challenge? Looks like they've gone for the challenge there. Comes off Ryan's hands now. Handballed out. Good strong chase down. And now to Sean Wright, gets a handball through, looking for Kilpatrick. He was going for the 1-2, instead he's wrapped up, and the umpire will call for a ball up. Ryan taps it front and centre.
Oh, that was a bit of a throw. Yep, throw.
Good spot there, Janet. Free kick will go the way of
right,
Southern Districts.
No one on the mark. Swartz is going.
Good kick inside 50. And Southern Districts, you think you're going to have the first true shot on goal through Ash Johnson. tight pocket. I think he kicked might have been on Anzac Day, he kicked a pretty special goal from a similar angle. Wonder if he can do it out here at Kazali's Arena. Oh, that's a good-looking kick.
Yep.
Threads the eye of the needle, and the Crocs get away. First goal of the afternoon goes to Ashley Johnson.
Yeah, what a start by Ash Johnson. Really tight angle, but might be a little full circle moment since we're at the Magpies' nest. Great start.
His second game up here. I think his connection's through the Farah brothers up here as well.
Yeah, I think they're family. So it'd be good to play with his brothers out there. Willie Farah, I think, is out there, and I think I saw Josiah walking around before as well. Very talented family.
And just another one of those big names wearing red, black and white this year. Back in the middle now. Atkinson got the first hit out. Ryan the second. Anderson straight through there to Schwartz. Inside 50 he goes. Oh, bit too easy there. Barry with the mark. Looks like he's on a pretty straight angle.
The wind's picking up a little bit, but I think it's going across the oval. So, got to watch that one when they're going for these set shots.
Opens up the angle, goes towards home.
In.
And Crocs out to an early start. 2 goals inside the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that connection between Jed Anderson and Bo Schwartz in the middle is really working for them at the moment, so they've got to keep an eye on that. The Buffaloes.
Yeah, a little bit of a scrappy start first up, that first sort of minute and a half. No one really got a proper disposal away, and then Southern Districts have just wrestled it onto their terms pretty early. Matty Dennis waiting on the boundary line just in front of us, eager to get on the field.
Yeah, he'll give big White Ryan a chop out in the middle as the ruck, but really love watching Matty Dennis play up here. He's been coming up for a couple of years now. Started off with Palmy.
Ryan taps it down. Good crumbing there from Antonio James. Buff's looking for a reply.
Ooh.
Oh, big strong tackle there. Umpire calls play on. Pops out. A little chip over the top. Marked at half back. I thought that went maybe 12 metres there, but the umpires paid it. And looks like Southern Districts are going to go pretty quickly. Slingshot it down the other side there. They can't find a target. Buffaloes kick it high into the middle of the ground. Running back through traffic, Jared Stokes gets a little handball away. And then a load up kick from Atkinson. It's well wide and out on the full in the end. Southern Districts will reload. That wind has really picked up the last couple of minutes, Janet.
Yeah, it definitely has. There might be a couple of clouds out there as well, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Be a nice little reprieve from the heat.
Yeah, definitely. The umpires look like they're trying to figure out what it's going to be. Out in the full. Crocs free kick.
So kick in, or dangerous. He's sort of gone across goal there looking for his skipper.
Ooh.
And he's lucky to get away with the free kick.
Lucky.
Keep going laterally. And Southern Districts seemingly away here. Oh, good kick there to Clark. He'll go to the runner.
Clark to Clark.
Johnston over the top. Maybe he'll go to Johnston. No, instead it's to Rowlands. There's a few Johnsons out there as well today. And we'll have a free kick. I think that might have been downfield for a late hit. So the ball's going to be brought back here in front of us to Harold Sage. Had a short lead. Instead, he's just going to put it there into the hot spot. Decent kick, carried with the wind, but straight into the arms of a Buffalo's defender. Now he goes down the line again. Dangerous spot again, Janet. Now it's Southern District's turn to try and make amends. Roland sells a bit of candy on his left. Oh, absolutely shanks it.
Unlucky for Will Rowlands, but he's He's a really exciting player to watch, obviously just coming off the Suns list, so we'll keep an eye on him today as well.
Another one out on the full. They really need to make the most of their chances today with such blustery conditions. Stokes in the back pocket now. Finds a teammate there in right. They keep going further afield. Down that line. Good spot there to find Spark. Rolls onto his left. Good defence there from Johnston of the Lloyd variety. And now they push it out wide again, and they'll retreat into their back line looking for the switch. Goes long. He finds Brody Lake. Short one. Good kick. Good mark there from Sage. Pushes over the top to Dennis. Back to Sage.
Good spoil by Wilsey.
Wilsey will get it back. No, he won't. Overruns it and intercepted. Narkle gets a handball through. Oh, nearly taken there, Schwartz.
Ooh.
Sage has been involved pretty heavily the last couple of minutes, maybe 3 touches in the last minute or so. Comes back to Dennis now. Good kick for him. Couldn't get it to Motlop, and it spills out over the boundary line.
That might have been on the full. Happened just right in front of us.
They're going to have another little conference, I think.
Stephen a part of that conference, I suppose. Yeah. Good call.
Umpire Hayden Black there making the call. Very short kick. Narkle too far out to score, you'd think. Looking long into that hot spot.
Oh, Jed Anderson flies early.
Very early, spills out over the back.
Oh.
And Wilsey takes it over for a behind. Short one out into the pocket again. Looks like the Buffs are trying to play a bit of a possession game at the moment. Just hold on to it at every opportunity, push back and then hit up that target. Southern Districts with a little bit more chaos to their style at the moment.
Yeah, which is what they like to do. They like to get the defence when, you know, they're not paying attention, but the way that Buffs are working the ball at the moment is really good. They're actually playing with each other and using each other on the outside there.
So trying to find the ball there. I think that's Bowden at the fall of it.
Taj Stanley.
Taj Stanley it is.
One of our under-18s academy boys. He had a really good season in the Coates League with us.
Now comes out to Johnson. He pushes it out. Makes his teammate run there in Bidmaid. Keeps going, top of the 50. He now pushes it. Oh, that's a well-weighted kick in the wind. Beautiful kick there.
Oh, it gives it off.
And it's a goal through to Schwartz. Good teamwork there from Johnson. Sends the opportunity to give one over the top. And that'll get him some brownie points at the club after the game, I'm sure.
It's feeling like this side of the ground is the goal scoring end at the moment with the wind going that way. So it's good that the Crocs are utilising it at the moment. But Buffs need to really get some score on the board if they want to keep competing. Yeah,
absolutely. I think with Southern Districts as well, they haven't really put anyone to the sword heaps this year. Obviously, they've had two of the top teams. But what it sort of seems like they have done is just broken out to a little bit of a lead, and Nightcliff and St Mary's just weren't able to claw back at all. So Buffs just don't want to lose touch with them too early. Running through there, Johnston. Oh, run down, brilliant tackle there from Watts. And 50-metre penalty. Infringement there on the protected area by the looks of it. Don't think he's severely misjudged his 50. Watts has gone about 20 metres there and thought that was it. Umpire said, no, we got 30 more to go. Long way out. He looks a little bit hesitant there, so he just pokes it up into the hot spot.
Yeah, no one really leaning for it. And I was going to say, Matty Dennis is just sitting in that hole, so if he was supposed to go, was going to go high, Matty was just sitting in that hole and obviously just intercepted it.
Exactly what he's done. Districts again already just working it out this near side now.
the commentator's blind spot, we like to call it.
Oh, Dennis followed up very well. Age no barrier for him.
Oh, that's high.
And that'll be a free kick to the Buffs in the hands of Deans now. Narkle puts some pressure on. Stokes bursts away with it, gets to the top of the 50, tries to place it. Umpire doesn't move. What a kick that was.
Great job by the captain, and that's who would get them going. Who better to get the first goal for the Buffs? The captain's goal.
He really looked like he was sort of trying to judge the wind there, and he's done it perfectly, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as that for the rest of the field today. Margin now down to 13 points. Buffalo's on the board, 1 goal straight, 6, trailing Southern Districts 3-1-19. Back in the middle now. So we're approaching 14 minutes in the first quarter here at Kazali Stadium. Comes out from Southern Districts a little bit too easily again, going into that forward pocket. Motlop claimed he was held. Anderson gets a handball back over his head. Narkle picked up, sells a little bit of candy, has a snap-on goal. Through for... He kicked it. That's...
Oh, I thought I was touched on the line, but the goal umpire would have definitely had a better view of that. So
yes.
Goal for Southern Districts and Narkle.
No conference either, so they must be pretty confident. That was a great goal there from Narkle. An instant reply takes it back out to 19 points. Narkle's slotted into this Southern District side really well this year. Another one is straight off the Fremantle list. In fact, he was almost signed up here before their season was over. I think that's how long he'd sort of been in the works with Southern Districts, and sort of played a little bit all over, a little bit of backline, predominantly in the midfield, you'd say, but he's also snuck forward and kicked a couple of goals so far. White Ryan taps it down, chases for a tackle to follow up his work in the ruck. And then good work there from Cooper. Gee, he's gotten around a few, and then check sides it into the forward line. A little one-on-one there.
Oh.
A little bit of a flying side kick there by Hampton, and Southern Districts get it out. Can't find a target though. Good work running back through traffic through Russell. Inboard there you go. Now Kilpatrick, run down. Ball comes out. Districts are away here. Coming through Bowstead. He pushes it out to a strong lead. Barry trying to hold his ground. Cooper tries to paddle it to advantage. Spry picks it up, gets it back to Cooper. Cooper can turn and go. Instead he goes back through traffic, wheels onto his right, finds a target. Gooey, he pushes it out wide, finds Stokes.
Great lead.
Now he's looking out. Another great lead from the Buffs.
Sam Bono, I believe.
He'll roll around here. Oh, second-guessed himself and had to give it off to McGregor.
Oh, without the footy.
And that'll be a free kick again.
Yeah, I'd be really nervous if I was on Adam Zerbondo too. So a notable goal kicker in his days. Glad to see him playing Premier League up here again.
I think I once saw him kick 12.
Yeah, he's kicked, yeah, he's pretty handy, isn't he? Wind going across Kazali's arena at the moment, so he would have to give it all. But I'd back him.
In he comes, Adam Sambono. Bit of a leveller for the Buffs. That one looks like it's hooked a little bit. And just a point.
That's right. I like the way that they moved that footy down there. Just use their space. Jared Stokes ran out with that humongous lead to get it in there. So great job by the Buffs.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in, I guess, energy and hunger this year compared to last year. Last year, they almost started the season on the back foot and it was hard for them to get going, but this year they really seem like they're up for the fight in all 3 games they've played. Obviously, they've won 2 of them and trailing at the moment in this one, but it doesn't feel like it's too one-sided.
Oh, great.
Good mark, comes off hands. Districts get it out of their defensive 50. Good settling mark there from Matt Johnston. Handball inside to Jed Anderson. Taken without it. Umpires called that one. Well played there by Anderson. Pushes it inboard. Thought about the runner. Bidmaid will go back and assess his options. We'll go short to Narkle. Johnson's calling for it well wide. Instead they go inboard and looking into the pocket. Motlop fell over. Ross, he'll pick it up. No, he won't. Comes back through, or whistle's blown. It's going to be advantage to Buffs, and they keep going. Cooper gets it in front of his opponent. He's going to go for a little bit of a dash. Buffs could be open here. Oh, he's got 2 to beat in that forward line. Running through, though, picking it up. Hutchison. And ball spills over the boundary line. .5 minutes gone. And it's a 18-point lead in favour of Southern Districts. Inside the forward pocket, Ryan takes it out with both hands. Needs to be careful, gets it off to Schwartz. He wheels it around now. Cooper will pick it up, running back through traffic. Oh, he spun 360. Umpire calls play on, got the handball in the nick of time, and goes over the boundary line again. Just forward of centre wing for the Buffaloes as you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the TIO 2025-26 NTFL Premiership season.
Nathaniel Cooper's been busy the last couple of minutes, so he's gone lively, got himself into the game.
Anderson, I thought he was again run down, but the umpires let it go. Handball back inboard. And Southern Districts go high and wide. Goes through the hands of Barry over the boundary line. We will have a boundary throw in Southern Districts now, potentially with an opportunity to score in the fading moments of this quarter. Dennis in the ruck. Oh. And Kilpatrick almost, so it's a 360 as he kicked that. Or a 180, and the ball spills out. Might have gone down the cliff there. No, just on this side of the fence. So we'll have a boundary throw in. White Ryan now competing for it. Matty Dennis, I think that was his first or second hit out of the game. So we know it's a massive strength they've got there. But he'll rest forward at the moment. Ball spills off hands. And they're appealing for out on the full.
It's a mark to Buffs.
And Stokes takes the mark. Keeps going down. Finds Atkinson. Short, sharp pass, a little bit too short. Got a handball out, but there's plenty of Crocs there to swoop on it. Although a little bit of a fumble leaves an opening for the Buffaloes. Handball from McGregor across.
Ooh.
Snap from Hutchison. He got taken as he kicked it. And again, too many numbers in white jumpers there just to settle the ship there. Schwartz takes a mark in front of the old scoreboard. Pushes it down the line. Anderson, he keeps in front of himself, has 2 to beat. Just gets a kick over the top into the centre corridor. Wheeled around by Barry. Looking for Dennis. If he can get to it, he's half a chance. Can't take the mark. Instead, he just wheels around, snaps it inboard. Have a bit of a foot race on our hands now. Great work there from Cooper, though he spills it, overruns it, dribbles towards goal, and then it's gone through. Southern Districts had one late.
That was a great run from Tommy Clark. He actually followed the footy down from the middle and just got one against his brother-in-law, actually, and Jonesy. So good job, Tommy Clark.
Adds another one to the scoreboard and extends the lead out to 24 points for Southern Districts late in the first quarter here. Little interchange in front of us. Atkinson coming off and Spry heading on. Means that I don't know who we've got in the ruck for the Buffaloes at the moment. It's possibly going to be Tom Kilpatrick.
Bit undermanned.
And
White Ryan wins it.
Relatively straightforward for White Ryan there.
Yeah.
Gets it out to Anderson now. And then back through Bidmaid. Inside the forward 50 they go. Dennis takes a mark over the top. In time.
Surely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He'll have a shot after the siren. which would be very handy for Southern Districts. They probably just snuck in the last goal, which brought up to 24. This would make it 30 points even if he can get it through. What was looking like a relatively acceptable first quarter for Darwin Buffaloes could be looking pretty dire in the last 45 seconds. Oh, it's a higher one. Just through for a behind. So a 25-point margin here at Kazali's Stadium to start off this round 3 clash between Southern Districts and the Darwin Buffaloes. 5-2-32, the Crocs leading Darwin 1-1-7. We'll bring you the second quarter after this quarter time break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Kazali's Arena. Round 3 action between the Darwin Buffaloes and the Southern Districts Crocs. At the moment, it is a 25-point ball game. 1-1-7 the Darwin Buffaloes to Southern Districts 5-2-32. They kicked a goal with about 30 seconds to spare. Southern Districts nearly added another one after the final sign of Matt Dennis, but it just faded late. It was a very high ball, got caught in the wind, and that is where we stand at the moment. I'm Wills Ware. With me is Janet Baird, bringing you the action. What do you think of that first quarter, Janet?
Yeah, it was a really good contest. But yeah, the Southern Districts just used that advantage of the win and got a couple of goals on the board. But it was a really good contest in the middle with Jared Stokes, Jed Anderson, Bo Schwartz, and also Antonio Jones in the middle as well. So yeah, keen to watch that unfold as well. But yeah, great contest so far.
Yeah, I think Darwin Buffaloes know they're in for a bit of a challenge today. Haven't lost so far this year. This is a good litmus test for them, and I think they would be happy as long as they can keep within striking distance for the rest of the game. They'd be happy. A little bit off the pace and a little bit off where they'd like to be now, but we think they might have the win behind them in this quarter.
Yeah, and the sun's come out a little bit too, so they might be feeling the heat in the second half.
Anderson,
second quarter.
he handballs across now to Schwartz. Run
Great
down
tackle.
almost instantly. Brilliant tackle there from James. Umpire will call for a ball up. Wind's picking up here. The under the commentary tent on the field doesn't seem to stop the play.
Oh,
great
dropping
steal
the footy.
there from I think that was from Anderson again. Kicks it long and high inside that centre corridor. Motlop putting on a chase, being harassed by Bradley Stokes there. Now it comes out to Deans. Over the top, he's looking now. He's found Woods Deans now with the ball. He kept running. Gets a handball out wide. Inboard, he's going now looking for Kalen Russell. And Buffaloes, this is sort of what they've been doing today. They've been trying to get possession chains going. Inside 50 they go now, looking for Sambono. A little bit behind the pace there, and Brody Lake beats him to it. Ball spills out over the boundary line. That'd be a good matchup today, Brody Lake versus Adam Sambono.
Yeah, Brody's been a pivotal part of their defence the last couple of years. He's really come into his own the last few seasons for the Crocs, so exciting young player to watch.
Ball comes in over the top now. White Ryan paddles it to his feet. Atkinson almost taking the whole way around. Now they burst away. Shot on goal. Umpire doesn't move, and the Buffs strike first early in the second quarter.
That's more Buff style, just working it through their hands and then getting a huge kick through to their forward line, and yeah, just burst away from that contest there and was lucky enough to get on the board.
So it looks like it was Tom Kilpatrick who got that goal there. And good for them to strike early. Reduces the margin now to 19 points.
Tim Aldridge being the runner for them today there, Will. They'd be missing him. He's been a pivotal part of the Buffs lineup for years now. Must be out with injury.
Yeah, it would add a little bit of class to them, just provide a little bit of stability around the ground. Jackson Clark running off half back, or off half forward rather. Now Kilpatrick again, tackled as he kicks it, goes to full forward though. Sambono trying to take the one-handed grab. Now comes up, snap on goal, or he needs a kind bounce.
Someone's there.
Instead, lurking there, Michael Cooper, and just belts it through from the goal square. So 2 early ones. Great work there. Bit of a goal sneak on the line there from Cooper. But anyway, you get them. And I think that might have been Darcy McGregor with his snap, which looked like that was half a chance to go through as well. But good work just to make a certainty of it on that final line.
2 quick ones by the Buffs. They're crawling their way back. That was good to see.
Middle of the ground now. Ryan almost coming in from the side.
Oh, Nice tap.
Good paddle forward. Anderson now trying to get it to himself. He kicks it forward. Hands go through the back. Paddled underneath. Narkle gets it out. Johnston kicks it high to the goal square, and that's a pretty regulation mark. I think it might be Farah who's taking it very deep.
Johnson, I think.
Or
Ash Johnson. They're kind of built the same. He'll be going for his second.
Going for his second.
He's just so athletic. He just jumped at that ball where no one else did as well. So going for his second.
Ooh, makes the umpire work for it, but it's gone through. So he kicked the first goal of the game, and now he adds a second to his tally. First multiple goal scorer of the day, Ash Johnson. And you're right, he doesn't look like a huge figure, but just the way he jumps means he can play as a key forward and a tall forward.
Yeah, the sun's really come out now. It's quite bright out there, so I'm thinking the boys are feeling the heat now.
Yeah, at quarter time they had the, I'm not sure what you call them, the cooler vests, the freezer vests on, just trying to escape the heat, all huddled in behind what little shade they could find here at Kazali's.
Oh, great jump by the Buffs ruck.
Looks like it's Xavier Hampton filling in there. Bowden off half back, he gets it out wide. Good pressure there from Cooper. And Ping for holding the ball. Buffalo's now going forward. Oh, big Wyatt Ryan going back with the flight. Did enough to intercept. Here's Nathaniel Cooper though. Inboard he goes. Jared Stokes bursts away like the road runner and goes towards goal.
No.
What a ripper that is.
The way he just arches his back when he jumps out of a contest, when he bursts out of a contest. Jared Stokes, his second goal of the day. What a champion player.
Fantastic goal, that one there. And again, it just looked like he took half a second. Felt like a long time just to judge the wind as well. And has put it through perfectly.
It all started off with that huge tackle by Michael Cooper on the other side there to get the Buffs boys going.
Yeah, and it wasn't a perfect kick inside 50, but it was to a good spot, which meant even though it was spoiled and you thought maybe it's going to be turned over, there was enough people there that when they did regain control, someone like Jared Stokes is almost always going to put it through. Ryan gets it down and kicked forward instantly from Bidmaid. Free kick will be paid for a hold.
To Wilsey.
Buffaloes have willed their way back into the contest here. Wills pushes it out wide. And they're slowly working their way forward. Good strong tackle from Anderson in the middle. Umpire calls play on, lets it go. In now to Bidmaid. And he'll get it back. No, Rollins goes inboard to Anderson. Now to Ross. Ross pushes it across to the fat side. Farah flying from the back, but just out of position, and a good mark there from Flynn Spark. They'll look to move it down this outer side. Kicks it over the top, and now going for a run. I think that'll be McGregor. No, it'll be Kalen Russell. His kick wasn't good though. Lloyd Johnson took it pretty easily. Then to Wyatt Ryan, then to Anderson, now coming off for a break on the bench, and they find Bidmaid pretty easy. Centre half forward. He's been really good today, Bidmaid. Wheels around now onto his right, pushes it long. He's hooked it a little bit too much. Looks like that sort of got carried in the wind there. I don't think he was going for goal.
No, I think he was going for, I think that's Narkle on the line there. But he kind of let it go. He kind of put his hand up thinking it was going to go in.
Maybe a little bit out of reach for him as well. But it does feel like the Buffs are regaining a bit of control. You look at the score when they've kicked 4 of the last 6 goals here, and I think now that they're above that 1 goal mark, it definitely allows them to have a bit of confidence in their games. That's a massive kick. Gee, what a goal that was there.
Jalen Clark.
That one caught the wind for sure.
He definitely did, and he loved the round of high fives after the fact. So great job, Jaden Clark. And he just comes off for a little break now.
Yeah, good celebration there as well. And as you can see, heavy rotations on the benches. The teams are just adjusting to the heat here. A few buffs coming on and off as well. So only 18-minute quarters here with time on, just to deal with the heat that we've got up here in Darwin at the moment. Been a very, very hot couple of days, not necessarily scorching for those tuning in down south, but it hasn't gotten below about 27 degrees. We're in the middle of about a 5-day spell where it's going to stay above that, so it just means it doesn't cool down at night. A bit harder to recover from the day's activities. Buffs move it forward again, but Johnson's there to pick it up. He'll go for a bounce. Gee, he's absolutely blazing through. Thought he was going to go for a second. Instead, he spots up Narkle at centre half forward. Now he pushes it down the line, finds Bousted. He'll try and wheel onto his right. Now hesitates. His option got cut off, so he'll have to give it off. Here's Stanley. He now goes good kick there inside the forward 50. Finds Johnson, who's adding yet another dimension to this forward line. That's a good kick inboard there to Schwartz.
I think it was supposed to be going to Narkle. But yeah, Bo Schwartz just finds himself always going for in the right spots.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time. Last couple of years he's played really well as a rotating midfield forward, so should be able to kick this one.
See how he goes with the wind. It's quite blustery out there. Find any flags to tell us exactly what's happening, but I think they're going all over the place anyway. Oh, that's a good kick. It's hooking back a little bit, but it's gone through. Great kick there from Schwartz. He gets his second, and it's a second in a row from Southern Districts. They extend the margin to 26 points, so more than double their score, and that sort of happened quite quickly, Janet. It feels like it's only a couple of goals the difference here.
The Southern Districts looking a little bit more polished at the moment, but I do like the way the Buffs are playing. They're just trying to go quick and isolate those that are in deep forward, but Crocs are doing really well to do front and centres and have their halfbacks run off, so it's been an entertaining game so far.
Yeah, it feels like the Crocs, every time they get it, it's sort of turning into a goal. Buffs are maybe getting it a little bit more, having their hands on the footy a bit more, but they're sort of not able to get it inside their forward 50. It's kind of being cut off on the wings and the half back line.
Ooh.
Now, Schwartz just kicked that last goal, moves quickly through the middle. That's a brilliant kick there to a lead out forward. And it'll be Dylan Barry who's providing a good presence in their forward line as well. On that far side. Coming in now. Barry for his second. Ooh, umpire jumps a fair way to his right there, or to his left, and through for a behind. So just 1 point to trouble the scorers. Replay now at that far side. Umpire tells him to move it on. Dances around, just gives a quick one off. I think that's Cooper, gets it back, or to Sean Wright maybe. Now he goes down the line. Picks out a Southern Districts play on half back. They go across to Stanley now. Matt Dennis is making a big charge for it. Onto the big fella. It's hard for him in this heat.
Oh,
needs to talk. Good voice there from Brodie Lake. I think it was in the end. He's now just looking for a few options. Had a short one instead. He'll push back. Stanley now goes out wide. Looking to switch back. Johnston, he's sort of assumed a bit more of a defensive role this year. Played a little bit all over the place last year as Southern Districts keep moving it down that far side. Now Barry, the target, goes beyond him though and spills out over the boundary line.
Yeah, Southern District's not afraid to shift that defense a little bit as well, going from one side to the other, and then finding somebody through the middle. So it's good to see that they're not afraid to shift it a little bit.
Dennis wins the tap there. Can't get it to advantage though. And we'll have a ball up. Forward flank for Southern Districts. A little bit of the spark has been taken out of it in the last couple of minutes here. It's been a relatively free-flowing game. Has sort of just been held up a bit, though the Crocs, or the Buffaloes rather, moving forward now with a bit of pace. Another ball up now on their half-forward line. Tap down. Comes back through. They've got a few runners going through. Narkle, or Ryan it was one of them. He stops in his tracks and the Buffs through right. Told to move. Almost hesitated and then the umpires thought he's gone. Paddled forward by Atkinson. I don't know if that was the move. Maybe should have taken possession. He'll have another crack and it spills out over the boundary line.
Deshaun Wright might be feeling that last hit a little bit. I think he was called play on after the fact, so ball up for Buffaloes in their half.
So Chris Atkinson doing battle in the ruck for Buffaloes. Relatively tall bloke, but hard to feel he's undersized against Wyatt Ryan. Ryan takes it and is wrapped up. Tap down. Southern Districts are away through Ross. He takes one bounce on half back. Now pushes down the line to find Barry. He drops it and over the boundary line. So another boundary throw in. Good pressure from the Buffaloes here is just quelling the Crocs at the moment. Now Kilpatrick. He's wrapped up with the ball as well from Matt Johnson. Ping for holding the ball. I don't know if he really had enough of an opportunity there, but the umpire's given it. Johnson loads up, kicks inside 50. Dennis, just in the better position, was able to hold it as well. And he will be probably just inside the 50 when he kicks this one, I think, Janet.
Yeah, just forward craft. Got that one. Matty Dennis going for his first of the day. He missed one earlier today, but the wind has picked up, so we'll watch if this one goes in or not. But Will Farrer's on the line.
Another high one. Goal umpire moving and that one's out of the full, so a bit of a stinker. Definitely got the leg in him, but he's just not quite judging the wind at the moment. Mind you, it's probably changing every 30 seconds out there.
Stokes to Stokes.
Now he finds Cooper. His pace was electric in that first quarter. Dropped off a little bit as well, just as the game slowed down in tempo. Kilpatrick turning back. Inboard to Cooper again. Now he'll go for a run, gets a handball over the top. Kilpatrick again dancing through traffic, gets it out wide. They keep it going. Cooper's kept running. Wrapped up and taken in a bit of a tumble turn, isn't he?
Yeah, looked like a wrestling move from this side.
And that spills over the boundary line. Advice from the coach bellowing across the arena here.
It's so much more interesting that we can hear everything that the two benches are doing and saying rather than sitting in the AC at TIO.
Just, yeah, hearing a little bit of what the crowd has to say as well as the ball comes in now. McGregor gets his hands to it, goes back. It's at the top of the 50 now. I think that mark is going to be paid. No, it's going to be a ball up just outside 50 for the Buffaloes. Dennis towering over his opponents in the ruck there. That time it was Hampton. Dennis doing the roving as well. Gets a handball out wide. Schwartz had a bit of time and space there. That's
Stephen
a
Motlop by
very
himself.
well-placed kick.
He's got players streaming towards goal at the moment.
Kicks over the top to Anderson.
And the one person you don't want it in the hands of, Jed Anderson.
By himself as well, uncontested. A little bit lazy there from the Buffs defenders. He's looking for other options, Anderson. But I think he's going to go back and have a shot.
Yeah, he'd have to kick it sort of to his left because the wind has just picked up, as you heard through our mics. But he is backing himself here, Jed Anderson.
Just on the paint by the looks of it.
He's got it.
Very happy with that.
Yeah, just a nice weighted kick. He sort of kicked it up and under and just to the left a little bit and let the wind do the rest.
And this is his second season up here, I think. And he hasn't really missed a beat since he got up here. Almost been best player across the competition just about every week he's played.
Yeah, definitely.
Been a key part of Southern District's rise in their premiership last year.
Yeah. Very talented family, the Andersons. So a couple of AFL listed brothers as well, and Janome Anderson at the St Kilda. Been having a really good couple of seasons, Janome, so they'd be very proud, the Andersons.
Of course, a former rising star up here in the NTFL as well, Janome. So just a little bit of a warning for the 666 rule. Buffaloes have got it wrong here. Looks like in the forward line instead of the back line. And we're away. 21 minutes gone here in this second quarter. Big strong tackle there from Jared Stokes.
Great attack.
And looks like there's a player still down, just holding his shoulder. Southern Districts make amends this time. They put one through the big sticks late in the quarter and extend the margin out now to, well, let me do some quick maths here. 39 points.
I was gonna, if you had asked me to do quick maths, but I would not have been able to do that.
10-4-64 Southern Districts leading the Buffs 4-1-25 as you're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV here from Kazali's Arena. District's just starting to break away now, 39 points, the biggest the margin's been all afternoon. And the Crocs, I think they've kicked the last 4 goals of the game here after a bit of a purple patch from the Buffs to start this second quarter.
Will Ryland's coming off the bench at the moment. It's looking like a shoulder.
Yeah, so that was in that sort of big tackle out of the middle there.
Well, he's got it heavily strapped, so we'll keep an eye on that one, but he might be out for today.
Punched forward there by Hampton for the Buffaloes in the ruck. Stokes now gets it, and he gets it through to Russell. Goes to the top of the 50, pushes it over the top. Johnson's gets gotten fingers to it. Now it's pushed out wide. Ross will have to pick it up on the fly and half back. Buffs are calling for not enough intent to keep it in, but the umpires will give it a boundary throw in. So Buffs will try and wrestle one more goal back, you think, before the halftime siren here. Only a couple of seconds left, you would think. Tapped down by Dennis. Bit of a scrimmage. Comes out now. Gooey, check side. Oh, mark taken there by Cal Hutchison. And he will be in a pretty good position. I think he's inside that centre corridor. Probably, it looks like Quinton Narkle is on the mark there, probably at about 45, 40 metres out.
The wind stopped, so good conditions to kick this one.
Just hope it doesn't pick up mid-kick. Here comes Hutchison, hoping for their 5th. And that one is faded late just through for a behind.
Oh, Lloyd Johnson for a quick kick out.
Maybe Southern District's going to try and add something to the score. They're moving with purpose.
Wyatt Ryan by himself.
And he can run as well, as you saw. You might have missed it on screen there, but just to get into space there. They go forward. Motlop couldn't keep it alive, spills out over the boundary line. .38 margin here at Kazali Stadium. Whistle blown. It's going to be a free kick to Southern District. So maybe it will be them who gets the last laugh in this half.
Big Wyatt Ryan was held in the contest, in the ruck contest, so he gets a shot on goal now.
His counterparts kicking for goal today hasn't been great. Matt Dennis, 2 real shots and just one behind. He had a shot after throwing in that first quarter. Now it's Wyatt Ryan's turn. How will he judge the win? It feels like it's picked up just as we're speaking now, so he'll have that to deal with as he kicks. Pushes it through, and he gets it behind as well. So that margin at half-time now, 10-5-65, Southern District's leading the Buffaloes 4-2-26. A 39-point margin. Who have you seen as the best in that first half, Janet?
Yeah, for the Buffs, I've been really enjoying Jared Stokes, obviously leading from the front. But for Crocs is Jed Anderson, Wyatt Ryan doing an exceptional job in the ruck. But there's huge contributors across the board at the moment for the Crocs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty well-rounded game. I think Stokes for the Buffs is definitely leading the way, and Jed Anderson is, as always, is playing some pretty champagne-style footy. We'll bring you the second half after the halftime break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're in the front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Kazali's Arena. It is round 3 action between Southern Districts and the Darwin Buffaloes, and it is a 39-point margin in favour of the Crocs. 10-5-65 they kicked in that first half to the Buffaloes 4-2-26. I'm Will Zwar. With me today is Janet Baird, bringing you the action here. And these two teams undefeated. It's looking like Southern Districts are going to stay that way. What do you think needs to change for the Buffaloes in this second half, Janet?
Yeah, the Buffaloes have started. They've got a couple of good moments where they're just moving the ball through their hands. So I reckon, getting each other involved with their hands and just really opening up the space for them, because they have a lot of young players that can run all day. Like Nathaniel Cooper's been lively for them today. So getting players like that involved in attack will do them some good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they started that second quarter, end of the first. They sort of seem to get the ball a little bit more on their terms. If they can keep that going in the second half, they can try and reduce the margin. Ryan taps it down now.
Great clearance from Jones.
And then, I think that might be Sambono. Tried to get it off to Stokes on his way through. It's turned over though. Southern Districts moving it forward pretty quickly. Clark tried to get a handball over the top, goes back to chase his own ball. Here comes Kilpatrick, and then off to Jackson Clark, then to Stokes. Well wide, that one will just register a score. As we know, the heat policy is in play, and this could be an interesting point of difference for the second half as well, Janet. No Will Rowlands, you would assume, going off with what looked like a pretty nasty shoulder injury.
Yeah, we didn't see him after half-time, so good luck with Rowlands with that shoulder.
Anderson gets a handball out to Clark as he was running through. Almost just got it away a few times before the tackle came. Then Wright, he kicks it forward, finds Narkle. He'll get a cheeky one over the top looking for Dylan Barry, and he's marked in the pocket. He'll open up the angle now, roll around. Oh, the wind's caught that one. Just look at how that's floated back across the face of goal and rolls out of bounds. So that win has been a key player in today's match as well. The scoreline doesn't read it being super inaccurate, but I think Southern Districts have just been masters in this game of getting it into that centre corridor and making sure they've got easy shots on goal. Here comes the snap now. Maddie Dennis likes that one. Great goal to start this third quarter.
Yeah, straight out of the ruck, the big man, Matty Dennis, just snaps around the body and gets it in. Great goal by the big guy.
And that margin now out to 44 points. So Southern Districts adding a little bit more pain to the Buffaloes, who are getting a little bit of a reality check here today. They knew it wouldn't be easy as they're celebrating Bradley Stokes' 150th game here. But they would also not want to lose too much wind out of their sails. They've got a big game next week against Nightcliff. And they've started the season very well, coming off the back of a disappointing season last year. Johnston diving on the ball now. Umpire will call holding the ball, comes back in the hands. In fact, no, advantage is paid. Selling a little bit of candy, then turning back on a dime, kicking it to the hot spot.
Oh.
Brody Lake just touches it through. I thought he nearly missed it there.
I thought he missed it because it looked like the ball didn't move.
And then Johnston will do the kick out, finds Bowden. Johnston's been really good for them this year, and I remember back to a few years ago before he got drafted to the Suns, he still looked like a little boy. He looks much more sure of himself on the footy field these days.
Yeah, I feel like he's found his spot on the half-back line, the way he run. Oh, that's him again getting wrapped up. But the way he's got confidence to run and hit targets and want the ball again, I think it's it's a class above, and you can see that AFL experience in him doing that.
Ball tapped down. Spry running through there. I think it was. And then Crocs just kick it forward. Beautifully placed there. Back through traffic. They'll go for the switch to Johnston again. Didn't like the switch on the other side, so he'll push it back out that far side.
Huge kick.
Looks like that's caught the wind as well. Now with Kilpatrick. He's probably been one of their better players today, Kilpatrick.
Yes, he has. He's had a good game today.
Looking in for Jackson Clark. Ball goes high inside 50. Johnson all by himself. Cooper tried to maim him a little bit, I guess, and maim the contest and win the ball, but it was too close to the line, spills over for a point, and that comes back to a 42-point margin. Now Anderson again left by himself. He's just able to find that distance between himself and his opponents.
Bit too casual with that kick. Intercepted by Buffs.
Turns it over, now goes down the line. Stanley tried to intercept, put some pressure on Cooper.
I don't know if the umpire got in Nathaniel's way or the other way around, but they both took the ball over the line there.
Call it a 0 draw there. Comes in over the top. Ryan taps it down, looking to get it back, not quick enough. Instead it comes down to the midfielders. Pushing out there, looking for Johnson. Maybe he was a little bit too casual as well. Good mark in the back line. I think that's Clark.
Yep, Jalen Clark. Looking for the switch. He's got Brody Lake.
He takes a bounce. Goes through. Gives a handball off, and now it's kicked down from Johnston, looking for Anderson. He works his way through. Very well done there as well. Although the handball is turned over. Now comes out, and Kilpatrick finds himself in space. He'll take a bounce on half back. And another, going through the middle of the ground now. Takes a third, gets a handball over the top, looking for Jackson Clark. Not the best handball there. Clark had to work for it. Cooper, he gets it, handballs forward. Stokes wrapped up instantly. Great press on him. Really hard to wrap him up at the best of times. Now Stevie Motlop, he's got it on that far wing. Had to stop in his steps, pushes it inbound, looking for Bidmaid. Didn't hit the target, and Buster away again. Good intercept to Cooper. He pushes it through, and they're away. I think this is Stokes, gets a handball out wide now. Shot on goal. Umpire barely moves, and the Busts strike back.
Bit of ping pong for a second there. Great job by the Buffs to capitalise on that. After Districts went up the ground, they sort of didn't go back with defence, and Jared Stokes by himself again organised that one for them.
And that was Xavier Hampton kicking that goal on the overlap. But very good against the run of play as well. You thought, oh, maybe Southern District's going to break away here and punish them in this third quarter. It wasn't to be. Some advice coming from the Buffs bench, as you can hear. Punch there by Hampton, pinch hitting the ruck. Ball pops out now, looking for Clark.
Great punch.
Great defence there from Gooey. Now comes back through to right. Looking for Stokes. Had a little bit too far to run there. Didn't quite make it in time. Hampton, he now goes forward. Oh, that's a very good kick. Turning around is Kilpatrick. Looking for Cooper, looking for Sambono. And Johnston, great dash there.
See how confident he is running off half-back? That's really impressive to see Lloyd Johnson with that rebound 50. Now the Crocs go back.
Dennis takes a mark high, half forward. He'll roll around, open it up. Another high one for him inside the forward 50. Oh, good hands. No. It's come off, and the Buffs are going to try and get out this way. They need to be careful, though. They're under hot pursuit there. couple of Crocs looking like they're going to win the race. Dylan Barry, he pushes it across and finds Narkle at centre half forward. Very well done there for the Crocs just to not give up.
Yeah, Barry with that chase and collection, but he had options inside 50 with 2 Crocs players spare and went with the Narkle direction, and he gets to have a shot on goal.
And that all set up from Lloyd Johnson on half-back. A bit of an unsung hero, just looking at all the other talent on their side this year, but he's had a fantastic first 3 games.
Oh, he got close.
Very close there, but he likes it, and that one goes through.
Good kick.
His second for the afternoon. And extends the margin out again to 42 points. Here comes Johnson to the bench now for a very, very well-deserved break. The rotation's down to 3 at the moment. Roland's off just before half-time with what looked like a pretty nasty shoulder injury. But they've built themselves a bit of a gap, more than double their opponent's score. Buffaloes haven't lost faith at the moment though. They'll still put up a good fight. Narkle puts a tackle on. Dennis doing the roving work, goes back to a midfielder, and then it comes out again looking for Narkle. Gives a little don't argue to Wills, goes back to Dennis in a bit of space. He'll push it over the top to Matt Johnston. A lot of space between him and the player on the mark. Thought about going laterally. Instead goes to Barry. He'll roll around, open up the angle again. Now looking in the centre corridor. Good kick. Oh, I think he might have been going for Johnson there, and instead it's been the other player sitting in the hole who's taken the mark. Just trying to get sight on who exactly it is. So Tom Bousted will be lining up for goal just inside that centre corridor, about 35 metres out. Is to add another one on top of the margin.
He likes it. Straight through.
Very good kick, very unceremonious as the Crocs continue going their way about business.
Yeah, I feel like Barry's really come into this game the last couple of minutes of this quarter. So, if he's setting a lot of their goals up at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of dash from the small forward on that half forward line. Can be very easy to. I don't want to discredit the small forward, but I guess go through games sort of unseen and not have too much of a role, especially when your team's doing well and you're just pushing it up to that full forward. But he's certainly come up the ground and done his work as well, and having a very big impact on this game. A couple of goals to his name too. Tap down now. Jones.
Oh, great Shepherd.
Gets it back to Wills. Pushes it out wide, looking for Kaylin Russell, and spills over the boundary line. And maybe that one's gone over the fence.
Who's going to jump for it?
Thrown back up there.
Thank you to the scoreboard kids out there who had to jump the fence to get that footy back.
Dennis takes it straight out, hands it back to Anderson, then gets it inbound, intercepted. Maybe the Buffs are away here. Back to Stokes, he runs out wide, pushes it
Great
inside
smother.
50, but a brilliant smother there has just stopped its damage and spills out over the boundary line. And I think this is where the Southern District's defence has been really good. They haven't really allowed too much traffic inside that centre corridor, which means even if they are getting a shot on goal, it's from out wide. And with the win today, quite a few have gone out on the full.
Mm-hmm.
Tapped down by Dennis again. Pushed forward. Crocs just need to get it out that side. Bounces off the chest there of Sage. Now pushed over the top. Bit of a blind spot for us here.
Will Farah.
Gets it over the top to Clark. Kept running, so too did Schwartz. Or pushed as he got rid of it.
Oh, he didn't have to do that. He had him.
And so he'll get a free kick. Just a bit too much on it once he got rid of it. Loads up, pushes it out wide. White Ryan, the target, goes through his hands. Buffs will slingshot it back out of there, out the other side. Looking for the run of Cooper. It's found its way through to him. He'll pick it up without breaking stride. Oh, had to get rid of it. He was being chased down. Umpire's going to call holding the man.
Smart.
Very smart play from Cooper.
He knew that District's player was gaining on him, so he just paddled it forward, waited for the contact, and just put his hand up. Very smart play by Cooper.
Bit cheeky, but he's earned himself a shot on goal.
There was a couple of calls for holding the footy, but I think it's his. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Probably didn't need to do that either, did he, Janet?
I think I wasn't watching what was happening upfield, but yeah, no. Could have found somebody.
And I think within range of the goals, I should say. But nonetheless, it's now Southern District's turn. Through Lake, cops a bit of a bump from Jones afterwards. Clark, he pushes it inside the corridor, a long way from home, but they can do some damage from here. Looking for White Ryan at the back. He stands up strong, comes to Johnson at the back, and he socker it through.
Oh, touched on the line.
Oh, great defensive effort there from the Buffs.
Desperate defense. I love that. I'm a little bit biased when I see defensive efforts like that. Yeah. Good.
Defense is
Good
the
stuff.
hardest position on the ground, isn't it, Janet?
And the best.
Buffs have been pretty free moving down here. They've got some players open. One of those, if they can find him in the middle, is McGregor. Instead, they go to a one-on-one in the pocket and it spills over the boundary line.
Yeah, Kalen Russell, I reckon he could have gone for goal himself there, but unselfishly tried to give it off to his full forward. Just a little bit off-centered there, but looking good, the Buffs with that slingshot defense back to attack.
Ball pops down. Ross, he's been a little bit quiet.
He has been a lot. Cooper here.
Gets a handball through. And
guess who?
Johnston told to keep moving, gave it to Dennis, who gives a kick across. And they're almost going around the world at the moment. Crocs down this near wing into the forward line, turn over, Buffs down that far wing into the forward line, turn over and repeat.
They just all know where each other are at the moment. It looks like every Crocs player wants the ball and they're all in good spots to receive it.
Brody Lake with the ball now. Oh, not a good kick. Not a good place to turn it over in front of the coach's box as well. Johnston will pick it up. Instantly taken by Jones, who's had some ferocity on the ball. A little bit too much there. Buffs coaching box not too happy with that. Trying to provide an explanation there as Johnston goes inside 50. Barry takes the mark, and rolls round, opens it up. Umpire doesn't move.
He likes it.
And they make them pay the Crocs.
It's got to play the umpire's whistle there. And keep playing footy even if you don't agree with the call.
So umpire gives it all clear. That's through for a goal. And I think for Barry, that might be number 3.
Number 3 for the day. Set off a handful of others.
Yeah, it's having a very big impact on this game. And that margin has now blown out to 55 points. It doesn't really feel like it's that much difference between the two sides, does it?
No, it hasn't felt like it's been a blowout. Crocs of getting on the ball quite quickly after Buffaloes, but the contest itself has been really competitive today.
And I think that's probably what Buffs would want to take away from this, not necessarily look at the final result, the final score. If they can peg it back a bit, great. But I think in terms of the style of game, they've definitely managed to match it with them. Perhaps just need a little bit more polish to their game. As McGregor
huge torpy.
barrels it, we love seeing them. Comes out front and centre. Snap on goal from Hutchison. And just across the face. That would have lifted the double blue crowd here at Kazali's Arena, but wasn't to be. As we tick towards the 20-minute mark of the third quarter here. You're watching AFL and T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. Southern Districts slingshotting around that far side now. Great rundown tackle there from Cooper. Ping for holding the ball. He'll look to move it pretty quickly, as he always does. Looks inside to Atkinson. He now pushes it down. Oh, and he spots out Taj Stanley on half-back, wearing the opposite colours. Now switching across, finds Ross.
No one to kick to.
He's got Matt Dennis inboard. Couldn't quite see him instead. Has to go to Narkle. Bounces off his chest. Held without it. This time it's Narkle with the clever, or shall we say cheeky play, as Brodie Lake takes advantage. Finds Farah a long way from home. Another one who's been a bit quiet today. Goes to Narkle. In fact, I think that might be Brodie Lake.
Brodie Lake.
Finding himself in unfamiliar territory. Possibly within range. We won't know because he's gone to the hot spot instead. And White Ryan, big hand, stands up, takes the mark. And somehow, Janet, this would make it 5 for the quarter if he can kick it against just one, which it doesn't feel like it's been that sort of game. But Southern District's just making the most of their opportunity.
It's feeling like every time they go into the forward half, they're scoring at the moment.
Umpire barely moves.
Don't even think the umpire blinked. Straight through the middle.
And Ryan gets his first. Takes it out to a 10-goal margin, 15-6-96. Southern Districts leading the Buffaloes 5-6-36. They're really asserting their dominance on the competition here. Maybe giving everyone else a bit of a reality check, as well as the Buffs, as to where they lie at the moment. And it'll be an interesting matchup next week as well for Southern Districts. They play Pint, another side who missed out on the finals last year, yet to be on the end of a defeat this year. And a pretty impressive come-from-behind win against the Bombers yesterday. Ball pops out. Dennis again doing the roving work. So agile for a big man. Narkle tapped it back to Dennis. Picked it up, rolled. Oh, what a handball there. Good play. Now to Clark. He gets it to Bidmate. Inside 50. Farah, I think he's tried to claim it, but it got too much grass on it. White Ryan paddles it through his legs. Spry getting involved too. Umpire has blown a whistle and pings him for holding the ball. So a free kick for Southern Districts again. And it's going to go to Jed Anderson. Kicked one so far today, Anderson, in that second quarter. Siren goes, and through for a point. So, funnily enough, Janet, every quarter has ended with a kick after the siren. We'll give that one on a technicality, but they've only managed the 3 behinds. They go into this final quarter break, 61 points to the good Southern Districts against the Darwin Buffaloes, 5-6-36. We'll bring you that final quarter shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Kazali's Arena. Round 3 action. We have 1 quarter left here between Southern Districts and the Darwin Buffaloes. It's a 61-point margin in favour of the Crocs. 15-7-97 to 5-6-36. As I said, a 61-point margin. I'm Will Zwar. With me is Janet Baird. And we'll start this game in just a second. Just waiting for the umpires to lift the ball off. Southern Districts are a bit slow getting to the mark there. Buffalo's out there waiting. Just to start this one, I think they'd be pretty happy to take their learnings and get back to training on Tuesday night. Ball goes up now. Tapped down by White Ryan. Taken out there by Atkinson. He got a handball over the top. Whistle blown from an umpire, I think, off the play there, but it'll be a free kick going to the Buffs. They've started pretty strongly, particularly in that second and third quarter, Janet. Do you reckon they can do it again here? Looking likely. Inside the forward 50 they go. Sean Wright just lost his footing. Pops out of the hands there of Watts. And now I think that might be Sambono getting involved as well. No, it's Michael Cooper. So we'll have a boundary throw in just in front of Kazali's Arena grandstand in the Palmerston Magpies clubhouse here. I think the great Eddie Betts once kicked a pretty special goal from just in front of there, much to the crowd's delight. Comes out, kick forward there. And marked on that last line, I think that's Brody Lake there. He'll go for a little switch. And again, I think this game of Ring-a-Ring Rosie is going to continue, Janet.
Yeah, every single time they get it intercepted in their backline, they're always looking for that switch. So Buffs need to be awake to that.
Both sides looking for their right side wing, which means unless they're scoring goals, it's really just going in a big circle.
They've got options here, Crocs. They've got plenty of halfback runners with Lloyd Johnson as well.
Johnson's going to go for a dash. Just
Backs
puts the
himself.
afterburners on. How good is that? Gets a Shepherd from Sage, then gets a handball off there to Narkle. He pushes it inside the forward 50. Now, beautiful kick. Couldn't be marked there by Johnson. He'll go up and follow his own ball. And Buffaloes get it out of the danger zone. That's a good kick. They've found all by himself Kalen Russell. He kept going to Stokes, who pushes it across to the fat side, looking for Sambono. Instead picked up by Stanley, who had enough room to move. Decent turning circle on him. He pushes it out wide. And now running through there. Oh, selling a bit of candy and almost breaking ankles as he did it without really moving too much. And they pushed it inside 50. Now looking out for the big fella, Matty Dennis. Too much on it for him. He's got support. Oh, that's brilliantly
clever.
done. Tunnel balls it through. Spinning around Farah, and he gets it through for a goal as easy as you like. Great crafty work from the ruckman there.
Really clever from Matty Dennis to keep it inside. And then the spin from Will Farah to get a big major on the board for the Crocs.
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet today, Farah. But good reward for effort there. And I think he might owe Matty Dennis a little goal next time as well. It was great work from the big ruckman. Quick thinking as well, and I mean, we keep saying it, but age isn't taking away from his agility and his fitness and endurance.
No, I'm a huge fan of Matty Dennis. When I'm back in my junior days at Palmy, watched him play for the Premier League men's there, and yeah, he just sort of getting better with age, with his experience and composure.
Yeah, absolutely, and a really nice bloke as well, one of the good guys. The NTFL, that's for sure. Tapped down by Ryan. Anderson, he gets it out wide. Now running through. Good work from Gooey just to keep the fight going. Takes it wide. Spills over the boundary line. That margin now up to 67 points. Tapped back. Handball comes to Cooper. We know he likes to go for a run. Or nearly run down by Anderson. That's a turn inside. Anderson's keeping the chase up. Now comes out to Watts.
He's still running, Cooper.
He'll get it back again. He'll turn and go. Just a little pitch inside the forward 50. Clark was running back through it. He might get it now. No, putting some pressure on.
Great defense.
Spilling very wide, and he's almost gone for a try there over the boundary line, Stanley. The good defensive efforts there from Southern Districts. Both sides not seeming like they're going to give up despite the margin, despite the heat out here at Kazales. Well, it's going to be a free kick. Going the way of Cal Hutchison in front of the grandstand. Not enough intent from Stanley. Always looking to pass it off, and that was an awful pass. Went to Ryan. Maybe he should have had a crack at it. Ball now barreled out of there. Johnson muscled his way to front and then dropped the mark. Pushes it into the advantage of Barry. Well, that's what he was hoping for, but Spry's taken it and given it through to Mealy. Mealy will have another crack at it. Here goes a short one. Stanley wrapped up. I think an arm got over his shoulder, so he'll earn himself a free kick. In fact, it is Stanley there on half back. Goes out wide to Lake again, instantly looking for that switch. Johnson coming off for a change, so they have fresh legs through Narkle on the wing. Johnson gets it, he goes over the top. Short one. Looking for Bousted. Now it comes out to Narkle.
Johnson still running.
Narkle goes inboard to Anderson, then over the top. Here he comes, Johnson. He can get on his bike. Great effort there from Xavier Hampton. And a mark will be taken in the back line.
The Barstow man, Bradley Stokes.
Dylan Barry, he gets it now, rolls round. Kicks it again deep into the pocket.
Willie Farrer all by himself at the back.
He's been very good at playing that sort of role today. As I said, hasn't had a huge impact, and the kick hasn't always come off, but he's just sort of lurking at the back, waiting for those crumbs to come over the top. Kicked his first earlier in this quarter after some brilliant work from Matt Dennis.
Oh, he missed.
Shanks that one.
I heard his disappointment from over here.
And could see his reaction as well.
Yeah, he's a very competitive guy, Will, so he wouldn't have liked that. Oh, 50.
So undisciplined means it'll come back, and I think that might be 50 from the kick out.
That's a big 50.
Play on. Buffaloes suddenly take it into their forward line. Hutchison, he pushed it into the pocket. Mark taken.
Michael Cooper.
So Cooper, from the depths of that pocket, out there just above the cliff. Very tight pocket. No wind at the moment, but it's been all over the shop today. Kicks it. That's very good kick. Umpire didn't move for that one either. And the Buffaloes finally get something to cheer about in this last quarter, 8 minutes in, and they reduce the margin now down to 62 points.
Very lovely kick. From the pocket, tight angle.
His second for the day, Michael Cooper.
Yeah, he's been lively once he gets near the ball. Just a little bit of maybe inconsistency from the middle to get it down to the forward line, but he has been quite lively every time he gets near it, Michael Cooper. Yeah, great job with the kick as well.
Crowd slowly dwindled throughout the afternoon. An entertaining game ahead of this from all reports between the women's sides. The heat bearing down for most of the weekend, however. Wills looks like he's been thrown into the middle. A little bit of a run in those old legs as well. Bus through Russell, working it to the hot spot. Kilpatrick at the fall of it. Good defence to get it in. Kilpatrick was there to crumb, rolls round, try to get a snap, hits the ground hard. And then good defensive work. Clark now goes outbound, and they've got Michael Bowden takes a mark in the back pocket. In a bit of a blind spot here, told to play on eventually. Pushes down the line looking for Dennis. Decent fly there from Deans. Clark gets it back, not a good handball. Schwartz tries to get his hands on it, now comes back out to Clark, redeems himself, that's a good kick out wide. Marked by Luke Atkinson.
Ooh, dangerous.
Turns over in the middle of the ground.
Now
Geordie Johnston, he pushes it to full forward. A man all by himself. Comes out the back, can Farah get on the end of this one? Kept it alive, try to handball it back through, and it rolls over for a behind. Buffs will come out this near side through Clark again. Oh, they put him under a bit of pressure, but he's done very well out of it. That kick's very wide and too wide, too high, out of bounds on the full.
Oh, that's really unfortunate because Deans has had a really good game in defence. Had a couple of good moments where he's just spoiling it and just attacking it forward. Yeah, unlucky there.
Southern District's working forward again, and that one spills out over the boundary line. As we come through to the 11-minute mark of this final quarter here at Kazali's Arena. 63-point margin. Ball tapped down by Dennis. Spry gets it, hoiks it out of there.
Great
good mark.
catch. Tommy Clark.
Played an important role today. And that's a good mark again in the forward line. And that this time Farah will want to make amends. One he should have gotten earlier. Let's see what he can do here. He's certainly stood up in this last quarter, Janet.
Yeah, they're looking for him more. But the Buffs defense is kind of like letting him roam around at the back by himself as well. Not in that instance, he went up for the mark, but yeah, they're not really considering him dangerous at the moment. But the resume that this man has, I wouldn't leave him at the back by himself. Just misses that one to the right again. Yeah.
I think he, along with Michael Bowden, the only two players who played in both their premiership last year, and the one back in 2018. So you're right, he's got a very strong resume behind him. Southern District's now down that far side. Motlop takes a mark a long way from home, pushes back pretty quickly. I think he's got something in his sights, you can see. It might be Farah all by himself in the goal square. Instead, Motlop, I think he's going to go back and try and have a shot.
All the kids lining up behind the goals. Good target for him. Good looking kick.
Good looking kick, but just misses to that near side for him. That margin ever so slowly ticking up. Buffs bring it back in. Kicked back inside that centre corridor from Southern Districts. Schwartz has turned it into a bit of a training run here. Narkle takes a mark inside, about 30 metres out on a slight angle. And you can definitely see the fatigue has well and truly settled in. I think the only person running above 5 kilometres would be Mark Chadwick at the moment, who's been probably running since 9 a.m. this morning when the juniors were out there. Loves his footy, loves getting around at any role he can play. In comes Narkle. This would be for number 2. And he puts that one over. In fact, that's number 3. So he snuck one in the first quarter, one in the third, and gets his third now in the fourth quarter. That margin now out to 71 points. And a big day for the Buffaloes. Unfortunately, not the result they would have wanted, but they'll celebrate Bradley Stokes' 150th game here today. Next week, a big game for Southern Districts. Their first ever game under lights at their home at Fred's Pass, Jerry Wood Oval on Saturday night against Pint. That will be a massive night for them, I'm sure, out there. And Janet, it also means that there's another venue where you can play out of the heat of the day.
Yeah, very nice. After this heat wave weekend, love to play under the lights.
Ball goes up in the middle now. This one almost a sure thing. Just counting down the minutes at this stage. Crocs would be hoping, or both sides would be hoping, to not go through with too many injuries. Here comes Kilpatrick. He's been really good all day. Good kick inside. Oh, flying from the back was Hampton. A little bit behind, and Southern Districts will move it pretty quickly down that far side again.
There's just spare Crocs players everywhere in the middle. Tiredness and fatigue's definitely set in.
Come out to Clark. He'll get a handball off to the runner. Pushing it through.
Ooh.
And Pint haven't lost yet this season either, Janet.
Yeah.
And bar a miracle, Southern Districts won't. Do you think Pint can bring it up to the Crocs next week, or do you think the cause for celebration will be too much a motivation for the boys in red, black and white?
I'll have to have a look at what the Pints... I don't watch too much of them, unfortunately, but I've heard they've been doing well this season with some inclusions from down south and a couple of ex-AFL players running around. So it'll be an interesting game, I reckon, so I'll have my eyes open for that one.
Jed Anderson comes in now in that pocket. Umpire moves a little bit and through for another behind there. James Rowe from the Adelaide Crows has joined them, and the game I saw, he's been a real, or the games I've seen, he's been a really good inclusion for them. Meanwhile, the Buffaloes will play against Nightcliff, which it's always a big game between those two. And I think regardless of where they are on the ladder, it's always generally a tight game as well. So Buffs will be wanting to rebound pretty strongly. Tigers will be coming off the bye this week. The other games, we've got St Mary's and Tiwi Bombers. Traditional rivals as Southern Districts looking to make the most of another Buffaloes error, but the kick inside 50 is intercepted. Stokes now with it. He pushes it down that far side. And a good mark there from Ross, who in this second half, particularly the third quarter, I think has come a bit more alive into the game. Now comes across to Johnston.
They're super confident in that switch now.
He'll dash and go. He'd be close to best on ground today, I think, Janet.
Yeah, he's done well. He's just always cutting it off, and he looks so confident running off half-back, creating some attack for him.
Narkle, the ball's intercepted there. He might get an opportunity inside here. Instead, there's going to be a check side from Johnson. And just a point. And down the other end of the ladder, it'll be Palmerston Wanderers. So one of those teams you'd think is going to get their first points for the season. Haven't seen Palmerston yet, but the Wanderers have been building slowly, but they still have a little bit to do to get off the mark. As the ball comes in for the Buffaloes again, turned over, and Bidmaid will have a kick. Not for goal, instead he'll pass it off to Barry. It goes over him to Farah, lurking at the back again. That's much straighter, through for finally his second goal.
Well done, Will Farah, just getting rid of his opponent all by himself again, and straight through the big sticks, so well done, Will Farah.
Their third goal of this final quarter. They've kicked 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 5 in the third, and 3 so far in this final term. A really consistent four-quarter performance from the Crocs. And that margin's starting to flatter the Buffaloes at it really doesn't feel like a fair reflection of particularly the first 3 quarters of the game here. But sometimes part of it is how long you can last and stay in the contest, and this last quarter and a half has turned into a bit of a training run. Umpire just setting the players. Tick towards the 19-minute mark of this final term. Kilpatrick paddles it in front, has to run back through traffic, or almost runs his measure, shrugs off a tackle, gets a handball back. I think that might be Cooper there, of the Michael variety. Now to Atkinson, he pushes it long. Bowden will take it pretty easily, and then he'll get it back, raking up some late touches. Inside 50 he goes. No, he doesn't, to Anderson, just outside 50, inside 50. He now goes. Couldn't hit Farrett on the chest, and wrapping him up is Barry. Ball pops out. Paddled over the top. Here comes Cooper. Does he have one last dash in him for the afternoon? He goes for one bounce. Nearly fumbles it. Keeps some space between him and the defender. Works it back now. I think this might be Mealy. Pushes it across to Michael Cooper. One of the better players today for the Buffaloes. More consistent. Inside 50 he goes now. Umpire calls play on. Comes off hands and kicked out wide. Should be a regulation mark for Clark, and it is. He's got Narkle out wide. That's where he's going to go. Almost collected on his way through there from Deans. Instead, he goes laterally. Ooh. Easy there for Jalen Clark. Just pulled at his quad or hamstring potentially. Jordan Johnson now inside 50. Pokes it over the top. Plenty of players all by themselves. Another one is going to get it here. No, he's not. Bit pedestrian, that kick. Buffaloes get away with one. Spry taking it out now. Turns it over, and maybe this time Crocs will make them pay. This one really just fizzling out now. Get it inboard. There is bid made. Punched and spoiled over the boundary line as we tick towards 21 minutes here. As you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. A 79-point margin here at Kazali Stadium in favour of Southern Districts. I think that might be the biggest margin we've had so far this season in the men's competition. Perhaps one bigger in the women's. I think there might have been a blowout last week between, or round one between Pint and Waratah, which would have been about the same mark. Kicked out there from Jones. And the siren ticks over. So a 79-point margin in favour of Southern Districts. They march on to their third win of the season, 18-13, 121 to 6-6-42. Resounding win for the Crocs. How did you see that one, Janet?
Yeah, it was a really good contest. But yeah, a bit of a blowout by the end of it. Good signs with Buffs, with a couple of young players looking promising. But yeah, it was a good afternoon of footy at Kazali's Arena.
Yeah, I think the heat definitely had an impact on that final result, helped blow it out a little bit in favour of the Crocs. But in the end, Southern Districts just keep doing what they're doing. A few sore bodies. We saw Rollins come off just before halftime with what looked like a pretty nasty shoulder. Ash Johnson just trudging out there with some ice around his ankle, so hopefully for him that won't be too much, and a bit of a limp on Wyatt Ryan. But we know they've got the foot soldiers they can replace them with, and no doubt they'll be in a pretty good position next week, regardless of if those three are out there. At the end of the day, it was a 79-point margin in favour of Southern Districts and a great win for them. Back to the drawing board for the Buffaloes as they look to continue their season next week. Been great to bring you the footy. Bye for now.